Madam President, let Muskingum's 174th commencement now begin.
So I'm going to ask you to remain standing, and I will start by thanking Dr. Alessandrini, one of our two Drs. Alessandrini, who are retiring this year. Thank you for bringing us into our 2019 commencement. So if you would remain standing, if you are able, for our invocation, it will be led by our university chaplain, the Reverend Dr. Will Mullins, and also for our opening hymn, which you will find the words to the hymn in your program. So please remain standing if you are able.
Friends, let us pray. God of the ages, your wisdom is wondrous and life-changing. In your merciful wisdom, you blessed the founders of this university. You granted them the realization of a most gracious dream, the dream that life and faith and learning belong to your children. And today we see that dream made flesh and blood, for by your Spirit these students rise up to seek the truth, to embrace joy. And blessed are the dreams that come true, and blessed is this schoolhouse on the hill. We praise you, Almighty God, for those who have lived long ago, for those who live today, and for those who will live after us, so that learning may flourish. May we have confidence in the future you plan. May we always be brave and believing people. May we, in a spirit of compassion, be giving and hopeful people. And may we follow your gracious Spirit to chase the dreams of tomorrow. For today, with grateful hearts, we realize a dream once again, that when we trust you, life is given more abundant. In your name, amen.
Please be seated. What an absolute privilege to be able to look out into this audience and see so many friends, family members, alumni, special guests, everyone who is gathered here to celebrate with our graduates today. To our students' families and friends, I want to say a very special congratulations. These students would not be here without your support and your encouragement, and your persistence right along with us. We are so grateful that you're here today to share your tremendous pride in these wonderful graduates here. To the class of 2019, did you think you were going to get here every moment? I have a few heads that are shaking, but we are so delighted. You have earned this degree and this celebration through your hard work, your determination, and your pursuit of excellence. You have shared your amazing gifts with us, and I have had the privilege of seeing you as scholars and writers and artists and musicians, athletes, actors, community servants, and leaders. You have had a tremendous impact on those around you already, and you will continue to do so in the future. For 174 years, Muskingum alumni have followed their calling to engage with others and have an impact on the world. And we have some of those alums with us today and members of our Muskingum University Board of Trustees who are here to celebrate with you. We have our board chair, Mr. Hal Burlingame. We have, who is right behind me here, we have our chair-elect, Dr. Kim Rothermel. We have board member, Mr. Gordon Litt, and we also have board member, Dr. Bill Kerrigan, who is also a member of our faculty. So we are so grateful for the leadership of our board, and I'd like you to join me in thanking them for their faithful service. Just a little note here, Mr. Burlingame has served as Muskingum's board chair for 25 years, leading the university with his wide stewardship consistently since 1994, and he is going to be retiring from his role as board chair this summer, but we are delighted that he's going to remain in service on the board as he has done continuously since 1985. But today marks his last commencement ceremony as board chair. So I'd like to say a special thank you to Mr. Burlingame today. Dr. Kim Rothermel, who served on the board since 1997, is our chair-elect. I'm going to ask her to rise, and she will begin her term as chair this summer. So I'd like to recognize also Chair-elect Rothermel and welcome her to her new leadership role. So class of 2019, the heart of your education at Muskingum is the way you have engaged with our university faculty and staff. They have challenged you, inspired you, encouraged you, and today they honor you. With the Muskingum University faculty and staff, please stand and be recognized. Thank you for your amazing investment in our students. In just a few moments, you will meet our 2019 commencement speaker, Mr. Daniel Dean Hughes, a member of the Muskingum class of 1977. Dan Hughes is an inspiring example of the impact an individual can have as a coach, educator, and leader among his peers. His influence is evident both in his own tremendous coaching success and the fact that he has coaching success of his former players and assistant coaches, who he prepared for their own leadership roles. We are so proud to welcome Dan back to campus and honor him today with a Doctor of Humane Letters degree. I now invite Chair Burlingame to join me in conferring this honorary degree. And Mr. Hughes, would you please come forward?
Whereas Daniel Dean Hughes, a member of the Muskingum class of 1977, impacts the world as a leader, a mentor, and WNBA championship-winning head coach. And whereas Daniel Dean Hughes has served as a WNBA head coach for 19 seasons, guided the Seattle Storm to the 2018 WNBA championship, leads the league in games coached, is third in the league in games won, was twice named Coach of the Year by his peers, and twice served as head coach for the WNBA All-Star Games. Whereas Daniel Dean Hughes is a superb educator and mentor, sharing his knowledge and guiding his players and assistant coaches as they hone their skills and talents. And whereas Daniel Dean Hughes has encouraged leadership development among his players and coaches, with the result that 4 of the 12 WNBA head coaches previously served as his assistant coaches, and many of his former players now coach at professional and elite amateur levels. And whereas Daniel Dean Hughes has helped the USA basketball women's national teams achieve international prominence, as a member of the Player Selection Committee and as a coach of the 2018 team, which captured the FIBA Women's World Cup and qualified for the 2020 Summer Olympic Games. Therefore, it is resolved by the Muskingum University Board of Trustees on this, the 11th day of May 2019, that the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters be conferred upon Daniel Dean Hughes.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the state of Ohio and the Board of Trustees of Muskingum University, I do hereby confer upon you, Daniel Dean Hughes, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored once more to present to you Dr. Daniel Dean Hughes. And Dr. Hughes, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yes. I'm noting that his wife, Mary, and other family members are in the audience, and we have let them know he has to be referred to as Dr. Hughes from now on. And by the way, we welcome Mary, who is an alum as well, and delighted to have you here. So, Dr. Hughes, we look forward to hearing your reflections today.
You know, the best title I ever had was Dad, and a real close second was Coach, but I'm telling you, Doctor is moving up the ranks pretty fast. I'm honored to be here on several levels, to be in the presence of President Hassler, trustees, faculty, staff, alumni, parents, friends, you know, on this day of celebration. And I don't know what your expectations are, but I'm going to deliver this speech to my team, and my team is sitting right there, the class of 219, for the next 10 minutes. Now, I researched how to give a commencement speech, you know, in a true modern way. I Googled good commencement speeches. The one thing I pulled, it said, be timely and don't talk too long. And so that one I pulled. You know, I am used to talking to my team, and when we do things well, I do hear applause, so I'm right at home with that kind of mentality right there. But, you know, what we're going to do is try to exceed those expectations for the next 10 minutes. You know, we're going to talk about and reference Albert Einstein, Gandhi, Greg Popovich, the Bible, Professors Lennon and McCartney, and Dr. Seuss. So hang on, you got about 9 more minutes of just thrilling speech coming from up here. The Muskie story. You have one, and I have one. Mine was I arrived in 1973 from a small town, first generation college student. I mean, quite honestly, if you went into my soul, you would have found somebody who had a lot of doubts about what I was about to undertake. But I knew one thing. I was in the 40% of people who kind of come to college knowing what they want. The majority of us come to college and kind of find where we're at. I came wanting to be a basketball coach. I came wanting to be a coach. And just praying that I could be sitting in your seat 4 years later, or 5, or 6, whatever it was going to take, I was going to get there. But what happened to me was what happened in 4 years at Muskingum University changed the arc of my life. When I was here, it was an incredible experience, but the real story of this Muskie was where I was at when I left here, and the world that I then stepped into and the preparation those 4 years gave me. They taught me a lot, and people influenced me while I was here. And some of those people, Dr. Jim Burson was the basketball coach. Dr. Steve Kokovich was a faculty member who kind of bridged the gap for me in a lot of different ways. Jeff Haycock was a student with me who I kind of looked always to my left and kind of studied how he walked through the Muskingum experience. But I will have to tell you, the most important event that happened to me was I met a fellow Muskie, at that time Mary Regula, now she's Mary Hughes, and we will celebrate 41 years of marriage here in about a month. When I left here, and I almost remember it to the day when I graduated, where you're at, you know, I kind of asked myself, what do you want in life? I remember I was driving off to go to Oxford, Ohio, to Miami University to graduate school. And I asked myself, what do I want in life? And there were 4 things that on that drive came to mind. One, like everybody, I wanted success of the highest order. 2, I wanted family. 3, I wanted integrity on the life I was just about to. And lastly, I wanted love and God in my life every day. Well, you know what? If you sat me down after this talk, or you meet me out here, those are still the 4 things that absolutely mean the most. It's my end game. You know, what is your end game? But my end game has really served me well. Those 4 things, and I got them here. I got them in the 4 years I was here. So I started thinking, okay, I want to share some things with you. And obviously, being a coach has really been my way of sharing information most effectively. So I'm going to talk about coaching life, and I'm going to give you a top 10, okay, that come from my experiences a little bit. And in keeping with the top 10, number 1, I'm going to give you some lyrics that I think kind of set the stage for number 1. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. There's nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. All you need is love. Now that's Professors Lennon and McCartney. I'm sure, I know the group out here is right with me, and I got a feeling a few here. But seek God and love every day. Seek God and love every day. You're not in this journey when you step out here alone, okay? Secondly, actions are just greater than words. You know, I look at the Bible, 1 John 3:18. My children, let us not love in words, but in deeds and truth. 3, be a good teammate in life. You know, your attitude is defining your opportunities on a daily basis. Build relationships. When you get to a more advanced stage of life, that's the things you remember. Not how much money you made, not even how many wins you had. It's about the relationships. That's what resonates as you move through life. Have as many homes as possible. Not houses, homes. Places that you can call home. Places you've been in life that you can go back to and you feel a sense of purpose and a calmness about how special your time was there. And you'll be faced in times in life where it's a very up and down experience, but if you create that at home, I'm going to tell you, as you travel the road of your life, it's a very good feeling to go back home in a lot of places. Embrace the grind. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Persistence is the one thing I would give you with all the talents you got as a vehicle to get where you want to go. The one thing I would give you is persistence. I just want to give you an example of it. I spent over 12 years in San Antonio as part of the umbrella that was a San Antonio Spurs organization. And I would walk into their practice facility, and I would see this stone cutter kind of taking his instrument and getting ready to hit a rock. And it was plastered everywhere. And this past year, we were fortunate enough to win the championship. And when I got back, there was a UPS package from Greg Popovich. He sent me a bottle of wine. And on that bottle of wine was this same stone cutter. And I want to read you the Stone Cutter's Creed, because I think it talks about embracing the grind. When nothing seems to help, I go look at a stone cutter hammering away at a rock, perhaps 100 times, without as much as a crack. Yet, at the 101st blow, it will split in two, and I know it was not that blow that did it, but all that had gone before. And that pretty much is going to describe some of you embracing the grind and getting yourself in situations that you're striving for. 5, play to your strengths. I mean, I'm a coach, and I've coached a lot of years. I probably say that more than anything. Coming out of the huddle, play to your strengths. Be the best version of you. You're going to have mentors. You're going to have people in life. But just listen to this, because Albert Einstein said this. Everyone is a genius. But if we judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid. You have something special in you. Find it, define it, and believe in it. 6, empower others. The one thing that has allowed me a long career is not the talents of Dan Hughes. It's empowering others around me. Gandhi said, "The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong." And if you keep that in mind, because you're going to deal with people, and there's going to be times things just fall into place, and there's going to be times it doesn't. But forgiveness is an incredible tool and a powerful tool in life. Use it. Use it. Always be open to change throughout your life for a good and better reason. if you're constantly looking to, quote, get better, it is amazing, simply amazing, how an open-mindedness as you look at the world and maybe a better way is an incredible boost to where you're going, whether you're 64 or 22. 2 more. Strive for a culture of excellence. Don't always measure it by numbers. You know, that the whereases were really wonderful when I'm standing over here. I will also tell you I have the most losses in the WNBA, okay, on the way to, to third most wins. But I wouldn't trade those for the world, because the journey had a lot to do with where I now am and what is now possible. Lastly, invest in the moment. How about this moment right now? How about this moment? And today, you ought to invest in it. And tomorrow, you let that take care of itself. But you're going to have a lot of days that you want to invest in. I'll take the learned Dr. Seuss for the words right here. Today was good. Today was fun. Tomorrow is another one. And I think if you'll invest in the moment of what you're doing, I think you'll find a lot of joy in this life. I'm kind of taking one of the things I said to you, and always be open to change for a better way. I wrote a poem. And I probably hadn't wrote a poem since Dr. Chaffee in Montgomery Hall in 1975. So a little amateurist, but I just want to read this to you. And it talks a little bit about investing in the moment. Can the moment be so defining the direction is clear? Can the immediate signs be so leading the direction is clear? Can the trust be so strengthening the direction is clear? A plan without a plan speaks to a moment that is motivating, a chance to allow for real observation and listening, speaks to a belief that is emerging, a union of preparation and faith. How can a loose wheel grab the road? How can one be prepared and so aware that the moment becomes clear? The result becomes clear. A plan without a plan. In conclusion, I am so honored to be part of your Muskingum story. And I want you to understand, those 4 years you spent here will continue to resonate in ways you don't even imagine. But when you kind of get to a stage of life where you're reflecting back on it, you'll start to understand how moments here influenced moments in the up and coming. As you coach your life, I wish you nothing but great success. Today is a day of celebration. Today is a day of our Muskie stories together. And today is a day that you have worked, you will own, and you enjoy it every way you can. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dan and Dr. Hughes. It was a wonderful message, the top 10 for our class of 2019, and for all of us as we celebrate this next stage in the journey. And I'm supposed to fill in a bit of time as our choir gets up to share a lovely number with us. Dr. Zeb Hyben, who is an associate professor of music here, is our conductor of the Muskingum University Concert Choir, and they are going to share an anthem with us this afternoon.
It takes a whole village to raise our children. It takes a whole village to raise one child. We all, everyone, must share the burden. We all, everyone, will share the joy.
It takes a whole village to raise our children. It takes a whole village to raise one child. We all, everyone, must share the burden. We all, everyone, will share the
It takes a whole village to raise our children. It takes a whole village to raise one child. We all, everyone, will share the burden. We all, everyone, will share the joy.
It takes a whole village to raise our children. It takes a whole village to raise one child. We all, everyone, will share the burden. We all, everyone, will share the
Thank you, Dr. Hyben, and to all the members of our concert choir for sharing your wonderful gifts with us today. So as we celebrate with our class of 2019, we also celebrate with 6 members of our Muskingum faculty who are retiring from their roles as full-time faculty at Muskingum this year. So will you please stand to be recognized when I call your name? First of all, we have Jean and Dr. Joyce Ellison-Drini, both of whom joined Muskingum in 1987. Actually, Joyce on a part-time basis, Jean on a full-time basis. Joyce became a full-time professor in 1990. Jean's in our communication department, Joyce in music, and we are delighted to have had them here for the time that have been here. Thank you, Jean and Joyce. We also have Mr. Charlie Drabell, Professor of Business, who's been on our faculty for 33 years. And Charlie joined us in 1986. Thank you, Charlie. We have Mr. Ken McCullum, Professor of Art, who joined us in 2000, served the faculty for 19 years, and I don't believe Ken was able to join us today. We also have Dr. Stephen McGuire, Professor of Sociology. He served us for 31 years, joining the faculty in 1988. Thank you, Steve. And Dr. Ray L. White, Professor of Education, Director of the Educator Preparation Program, and Chair of the Department of Education, joined us in 2011. She has the most titles of anyone here, by the way. Joined us in 2011 and served here for 8 years. Thank you so much, Ray. So the impact which these individuals have had on students in their classrooms, on their colleagues here at the university, on our surrounding community, and throughout their academic disciplines is both inspiring and immeasurable. And we thank them for their excellent service. Let's have one more round of applause. We're also celebrating today 2 members of the university staff who are retiring. We thank them for their service, the countless number of ways in which they've supported and served our Muskingum University students. Susan D. Fracker, director of our Wellness Center, served Muskingum for 39 years, joining the university in 1980. And Susan, are you with us here today? We also are honoring Barbara Shank, Administrative Assistant in the Student Affairs Office, who has served Muskingum for 17 years, joining us in 2002. So congratulations to both Susan and Barb for their wonderful service. So I now invite our provost, Dr. Nancy Evangelista, to come forward and recognize those faculty members who are receiving our 2019 Teaching, Scholarship, and Service Awards. Dr. Evangelista.
Thank you, President Hassler. I would like to share with you the names of this year's faculty award winners and have an opportunity to share just a little bit about how they exemplify excellence among our faculty. Associate Professor of Education, Dr. Kai Davis, received this year's Award for Excellence in Teaching. Dr. Davis, please stand to be recognized. Kai? This award is named in honor of William Oxley Thompson, a Muskingum University class of 1878 alumnus who served as a transformational president of Miami University of Ohio and the Ohio State University. President Thompson's philosophy was that successful teaching means not merely instruction in knowledge, but inspiration, uplift, and outlook. Long after our students graduate, they rave about how Dr. Davis was dedicated to their success, how she devoted many hours outside of class time to individual assistance, and how she helped to make mathematics clear to them. Most importantly, she profoundly changed her students' view of themselves as learners. Congratulations, Dr. Davis. Associate Professor of Music, Dr. Zebulon Hyben, received the William Rainey Harper Award for Outstanding Scholarship. Dr. Hyben is here at our side stage directing our choir, and I'd like him to stand. This award is named in honor of the New Concord native and Muskingum class of 1870 alumnus, William Rainey Harper, who became the founding president of the University of Chicago. The award recognizes faculty who distinguish themselves and the university through their scholarship. Dr. Hyben is a prolific scholar whose numerous published articles, reviews, and original creative works have drawn regional, national, and international recognitions and awards. He is frequently invited to perform and collaborate with musicians from prestigious colleges and universities throughout the country. Congratulations, Dr. Hyben. Associate Professor of Biology, Dr. Amy Santos, received the Cora I. Orr Faculty Service Award. Dr. Santos, please stand. This award is named in honor of a Muskingum University faculty member and administrator, Cora I. Orr, whose 4 decades of service to students included her roles as an instructor of languages and psychology, as a counselor, and as Dean of Women. Dr. Santos works tirelessly to create a better Muskingum University. Her leadership in implementing a holistic advising model that helps students find purpose and meaning is reshaping our advising process across campus, and we're greatly appreciative. Congratulations, Dr. Santos. President Hessler.
Congratulations again to our faculty award winners. As we prepare to recognize today's candidates for academic degrees, we are going to take a few moments to pause in remembrance of two members of the class of 2019 whose degrees will be presented posthumously to their family members. As the class of 2019 graduates this afternoon, the white roses on stage are in honor of Jarrell Marsh and Bryce Skoke. We remember these fine young men today, and we celebrate the joy brought to their families, friends, teammates, classmates, and all of us at Muskingum by their presence in our lives. Jarrell Marsh from Cincinnati, Ohio, was a business management major and a standout member of our Muskingum men's basketball team. The evening before his tragic passing on December 21, 2017, Jarrell became the 31st Muskingum player to score 1,000 career points. He was a two-time honorable mention All-Ohio Athletic Conference honoree, was recognized as the OAC Freshman of the Year for the 2015-16 season, and was remembered as an upbeat, positive young man who lightened the mood and uplifted the spirits of those around him. We are honored that several members of Jarrell's family are here with us this afternoon. Muskingum University is proud to confer the Bachelor of Arts degree upon Jarrell F. Anthony Marsh. I now invite Jarrell's parents, Mr. Jerome Marsh and Ms. Patricia Mitchell Marsh, to come forward and receive his diploma. Bryce Skoke from Perrysville, Ohio, was a nursing major. He had just begun his studies here at Muskingum a few weeks before his tragic passing on September 22, 2015. Bryce was a gifted athlete who loved golfing, hunting, canoeing, and other outdoor sports. As a first-year student, he was already the starting long snapper for our Muskingum football team. During his high school career, he was a 4-year member of both the Loudonville High School Redwoods football and baseball teams, helping them win Mid-Buckeye Conference football championships and Mid-Buckeye Conference baseball championships. And we are honored that several members of Bryce's family are here with us this afternoon. Muskingum University is proud to confer the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree upon Bryce Nathaniel Skoke. I now invite Bryce's parents, Mr. David Skoke and Ms. Michelle Van Bibber, to come forward to receive Bryce's diploma. going to ask you to be seated and to join me in a moment of silence in memory of Jarrell and Bryce. Thank you. I now invite our provost, Dr. Nancy Evangelista, to begin the presentation of the class of 2019 candidates for degrees.
Okay, Muskies. Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degree please stand? Madam President, these candidates have completed all of the requirements as set forth by the faculty for the Bachelor of Arts degree. The faculty has recommended and the Board of Trustees has approved the granting of these degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of Ohio and the Board of Trustees of Muskingum University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Candidates, you may be seated. Now, will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please stand? Madam President, these candidates have completed all of the requirements as set by the faculty for the Bachelor of Science degree. The faculty has recommended and the Board of Trustees has approved the granting of these degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of Ohio and the Board of Trustees of Muskingum University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges appertaining thereto. Congratulations.
And now, will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science and Nursing degree please stand? Madam President, these candidates have completed all of the requirements as set forth by the faculty for the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. The faculty has recommended and the Board of Trustees has approved the granting of these degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of Ohio and the Board of Trustees of Muskingum University, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations. Will the entire class of 2019 rise and face the audience? So, ladies and gentlemen, I always do that so I can actually read their mortar boards, which are very fun. It is delighted to present this class to you, our graduates, today, and you may be seated.
I now invite the recipients of the degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Science in Nursing to come forward and receive your diplomas, which will be presented to you by the Chair of the Muskingum University Board of Trustees, Dr. Harold Burlingame. We do have a professional photographer who will be taking pictures of our graduates as they exit the stage. Families who wish to come forward to take photos, please follow the directions of our ushers so that we can keep our aisles clear. Ashley Nicole Adams. Taylor Nicole Adams. Tana Alice. Keely Marie Ames, magna cum laude. Adriana Jane Barton. Elizabeth N. Bishop. Joshua Ryan Blaustein. Elizabeth Bostick. Sydney Aaron Bowers. Sean Gregory Bradford, summa cum laude. Lindsay R. Brendak, magna cum laude. Alyssa Nicole Brown, cum laude. Jacqueline J. Bird. Jordan Burkholder, magna cum laude. Trevor R. Burton, summa cum laude. Morgan Byers. Allison Elizabeth Campbell, magna cum laude. Zachary Allen Carroll. Yvonne Davis Cecil. Junyan Evan Chen, cum laude. Megan Lynn Childers. Brenton Slate Childs, cum laude. Haley Elaine Clement. Kayla Marie Corselli. Mitchell Guy Corey. Mayla Marie Cox, summa cum laude. Mallory Nicole Kraft. Darby Haley Croft, cum laude. Derek J. Crum. Michaela Kurtz. Kirsten Kukrin, cum laude. Dawn Elizabeth Daly. Chantel Renee Danford. Cody Alexander Dougherty, summa cum laude. Amanda Nicole Davis, cum laude. Cody L. Dent. Alexia K. Dessender, magna cum laude. Megan DeVoe. Sydney Dew. Bryant T. Dickerson. Anna Catherine Dooley, magna cum laude. Claire Marie Dooley, magna cum laude. Jinsei Du. Marky Bliss Dunn, cum laude. Jenna Durant, summa cum laude. Hunter Danielle Dyer, summa cum laude. Rachel Elizabeth Eberling, cum laude. Christian Eckerman. Gwendolyn Patricia Emler, cum laude. Rachel Eastat. Whitney Lee Fender, summa cum laude. Shizhou Fang, magna cum laude. Ishan Fang, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Marina Files, summa cum laude. Summer Nicole Finley. Wade James Floyd, cum laude. Alexandria Franklin Fraley, cum laude. Zachary Fuhrer. Alex Stephen First. Andrea Lynn Gander, magna cum laude. Kyle Jeffrey Gannon. Paige Elise Scouting. Gordon German. Sean Thomas Gerst. Morgan Elizabeth Gossett, magna cum laude. Gabriella N. Gottke, cum laude. Stacy L. Greenewalt. Allison R. Gukas. James Tucker Haas. Elizabeth Ann Hall. Levi Cullen Hall, cum laude. Morgan Elizabeth Hall, magna cum laude. Alyssa Shea Harding. Kirsten Danielle Harris, cum laude. Brittany Morgan Harding. Ian David Hartley. Derek J. Hill, cum laude. Evan Perry Hines. Emily Marie Hoffman. Chad Holmes. Megan Louise Howell. Lindsay M. Hubner. Lane A. Hunt. Victoria Hupp, summa cum laude and valedictorian. Zachary Hugie. Mark Anthony Ibarra. Katie A. Janusik, summa cum laude. Daniel Titus Jennings. Jacob Jereb. Elita D. Jones, summa cum laude. Rachel Elizabeth Kashuba. Brandon Oscar Keys, Sr. Zeta LaDon Keys. Asa Klein. Tristan A. Knight. Caitlin Marie Knott. Gabriel Krall, magna cum laude. Michelle J. Lang. Julia Rose Langen, magna cum laude. Fabina Larby. Dana Bradley Lashley. Alexander M. Lorenzi, magna cum laude. Madison E. Leach. Parker Mason Lee, magna cum laude. Tyler S. Lewis. Jia Lee. Lucas C. Lloyd, magna cum laude. Granger W. Long. Sydney Rebecca Long. Chase Longhauser. Mackenzie Ann Love. Shams Yassin Mali. Lexi M. Mason. Levi Daniel Masters, cum laude. Derek Mason Matisick, summa cum laude. Heather Ann Maxwell. Joshua Duncan Mays, cum laude. Darren Michael McCowan, cum laude. Emily Jane McCutcheon, cum laude. Savannah Nicole McGee. Patrick William McGinty. Katie V. Meddings. Nathan Mejia. Jason Kyle Messer. Hannah Marie Miller. Oh, I know. I know this one. Zachary Allen Mitchell. Kelsey Jean Montgomery, magna cum laude. Paige Nicole Morrow, summa cum laude. Tristan J. Murphy. Andrew R. Murray. Harold Joseph Norsik. Kaylee L. Norvit. Liam Daniel Nutter. Miranda B. O'Neill. Michael A. Pagano, cum laude. Jalen Page. Caleb Reese Patton. Devon Anthony Pert. Jenna Marie Pendleton, cum laude. Jason Julian Peoples. Sarah Jean Peoples. Miranda Jo Plumley, magna cum laude. Samantha Poling. Ashley Nicole Ramsey, summa cum laude. Kimberly Sue Riley. Grace Rengert. Olivia Ann Rhodes, summa cum laude. Alexis Ann Richter. Jordan Ashley Reisner, summa cum laude. Timothy James Rohrbacher, Jr. Dominic J. Rose. David Thomas Ross, cum laude. Emma Judith Roth. Blake Hayden Roush. Zoe Danielle Rush. Gabriel Allen Ryan. Amir Salah. Michaela Sanger. Brandon Schoen. Teresa Marie Schwartz. Jolyn Christine Schunk, magna cum laude. Amanda L. Sias. Travis Crown Sidwell. Asa James Sindeldecker. Chad Dominic Sinkovich, magna cum laude. Andrew L. Smith. Sierra Kathleen Smith, summa cum laude. Darian Smith. Isabel Smith, cum laude. Devin J. Snyder. Jason Snyder. Lauren A. Samodi. Christopher Lane Starr. Sarah Carpenter Stedgy. Jacob Ryan Stewart. Alexis Marie Stillman. Elise Monet Stokes. Nathan Stone. Emily Stortz. Derek Strauss, magna cum laude. Liam Sutphin. Amber Lynn Swartwood. Lexi Ray Seidenstricker. Christian Taylor. Mary Elizabeth Tysinger. Ko Terasawa, summa cum laude. Cassie Marie Thomas, magna cum laude. Nick Thomas, cum laude. Nicholas Thomas. Harley C. Tom, magna cum laude. Lindsay Ann Tumanaro. Paul D. Van Horn. Benjamin Michael Van Way, cum laude. Emily Jane Van Asdale. Skylar M. Vassell. Lara Rachel Waite, magna cum laude. Jordan Russell Wallace. Riley J. Walsh, cum laude. Anyi Wang, summa cum laude. Chi Wang, summa cum laude. Andrew Ward. Toby J. Warrington. Blake C. Widener. Julie M. Wells. Brianna Marie West. Adam Michael Witter, cum laude. Allison Nicole Witter. McLean Wilder. Emily Wiley. Kayla Bernice Wilkerson, summa cum laude. Trevor Wilkinson, summa cum laude. Destiny Marie Williams. Isabella H. Williams. Warren Wilson II. Natalie Marie Witkoff. Hope Marie Elizabeth Warstow. Love that. Jingshu Wu. Haley Marie Wyatt, cum laude. Jia Chiz Chu, summa cum laude. Xin Chui Chu. Shijing Shu, summa cum laude. Jacob Taylor Yost, cum laude. Austin D. Young. Jordan Elizabeth Marie Youngs, cum laude. Macy Michelle Zambori, magna cum laude. Antonio R. Zapata. Anning Zhang, cum laude. Qingyue Xiao. Shiren Xiao, magna cum laude. Xiaoyu Xiao, magna cum laude. Kylie Suzanne Zeifer. Chan Yu Wang. Madupe Helen Gandu. Way to go, Muskies! Congratulations, class of 2019.
Graduates, you may now move your tassels. I now invite Kayla Wilkerson, graduating senior and president of the Muskingum University Student Senate, to come to the podium to give a charge to her classmates. That's right. Go, Kayla. Kayla began engaging in service and leadership roles on campus the minute she came to Muskingum. In addition to playing an active role in the Muskie Impact Community Service Program, she served as an academic excellence chair for Phi Theta Alpha, Muskie Ambassador, resident assistant, student financial aid assistant, admission tour guide, admission preschool teacher, and student assistant for the education department. She also was awarded the 2018-19 Newman Fellow Award from Campus Compact, an international organization that promotes community service and leadership on college campuses. And yes, in the midst of all that, she actually took classes and completed degrees in early childhood and special education. Kayla.
So Chad asked at the beginning how long it is, and Trevor said he's keeping a timer, so I'll be mindful. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be on your way up, you'll be seeing great sights, you'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Now those aren't my words, but the wise words of Theodore Geisel, a man you all know as Dr. Seuss. Muskies, our years in undergrad have finally come to a close. And wow, do we have so much to be proud of. Between leaving home for the first time and surviving, learning how to study for college and finding new ways to be academically successful, taking on leadership roles, and defining who we are in the world of being a professional, and creating new, meaningful friendships with people from far and wide, we have accomplished so much. I know my time with all of you was a short 2 years, but in those 2 years, I'm proud and humbled by the transformations that have taken place here. Before transferring, I had no idea what it meant to be a graduate of Muskingum. Now I can confidently say, looking at all of you, that to be a graduate of Muskingum is to be part of something that truly makes a difference. I want to say thank you on behalf of all my fellow classmates, to all of our families, friends, faculty, staff, and administrators that were key players in getting us here to this day. We all had a goal and a dream, and you were there to see us through. You supported us even through the times we thought it would be impossible, and you helped us to keep going. For that, we are forever grateful for your love and your support. Whether or not we keep in touch after we leave campus today, I have not a single doubt of the amount of success I will hear about from all of you. Embrace what comes, don't be afraid to take risks, keep reaching even higher for your dreams. I will leave you with this. Kid, you'll move mountains. Be your name Bucksbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Ali Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. I love you 3,000, Muskingum. Thank you.
Thank you, Kayla. As a matter of fact, we do. So, a little while ago, you met the 2019 recipients of Muskingum's highest faculty honors for teaching, scholarship, and service. Here to present the faculty's charge to the graduating class is Dr. Robert Sharp, Professor of Philosophy, and the 2018 recipient of the William Oxley Thompson Award for Excellence in Teaching. Dr. Sharp.
Thank you. I'll keep this short too. In preparing to give this speech, I thought I would look up some information about your generation. And according to Pew Research, the cutoff age for millennials is 1996, which means most of you will now fall into the next generation, whatever that ends up being called. Hopefully, this Generation Z thing doesn't stick. I can tell you as a Gen Xer myself that being named after a math variable doesn't work very well. May as well be called generic. In any case, I thought I would look into the accomplishments of the millennial generation up to this point to understand the world that you're entering. I found a lot of articles about what millennials are up to. Made my research pretty easy. By my findings, millennials have either destroyed or are in the process of destroying everything in the world. This includes travel agencies, golf, dating, lots of products such as Bard soap, cereal, napkins, diamonds, new cars, houses. I don't know where they plan to live. They're also killing the fast food industry like McDonald's and mediocre sit-down chains like Applebee's. I'd like to say that these are my views, not those of the university. But good job. Of course, most of these articles are nonsense. Every generation complains about the ones that follow them. Some 2,500 years ago, the playwright Aristophanes wrote a play in which one character complains that the youth today take all the radishes before the older people can get to them. I guess radishes were a big deal in ancient Greece. But it's the same sort of complaint that you would hear today. Nostalgia never gets old, and it always seems to be accompanied by a fear of change. In fact, more recently, Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "This one fact the world hates, that the soul becomes." His point was that the process of life is an activity. It's not a state of being. Change is a constant. And many resent the hard work that accompanies it. On the other hand, those who rest on their accomplishments become complacent and stagnant. I've spent the last 4 years among you. I know that you do not fear change. You embrace it. You're well aware of the problems of the world. You even have ideas on how to fix them. While the articles about millennials killing everything are mostly nonsense, like all complaints about younger generations, there is some truth in the notion that in today's world, things become outdated very quickly. But this is good news for you. It means that you have an opportunity to rebuild the world as you see fit. As with every other generation, older people will complain about these changes, but they can't prevent them. You will build new ways of living. The generations that follow you will inherit the world that you create. What you make won't always be great, won't always even be very good, but it will be yours. My colleagues and I, who are gathering around you today in these anachronistic raiments, have given you the tools for forging this new world. They're a part of who you are now. They can't be lost. You'll carry them with you for the rest of your life. I can't wait to see what you build with them. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Sharp. And now I invite Chair Burlingame to deliver the charge from the Board of Trustees to the class of 2019.
Thank you, President Hassler. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I just want to say thank you to each member of Muskingum University's faculty and staff for your dedicated efforts every day of the academic year here as you provide excellent educational experiences for these students. Today, as we celebrate our students' many accomplishments, all of us in the Muskingum University community are proud to see our mission fulfilled within each member of the class of 2019. So class of 2019, during the past 4 years, we have shared a lot of milestones together. You have studied, you have performed, you have competed, you have served others here on the campus and in the broader community. You have emerged as leaders. You have honed your skills and your knowledge. You have created lifelong bonds with your fellow students and your faculty and the staff members here at Muskingum. Today, it is a very special privilege for all of us at Muskingum University to see the results of your labors and our partnership with you in your education, and today we are all well pleased. You know, at the beginning of this very commencement ceremony, you were Muskingum students. Now, you are suddenly Muskingum alumni, members of the long magenta line. We're looking forward to the talents, the enthusiasm, the dedication, the service that you'll bring to our communities as you take on that role as an alumni. As you leave the campus today, you take with you our very best wishes from the Board of Trustees, and you also take with you this charge. Please go out and fulfill the great promise that we see within you and achieve the great potential that your Muskingum experience has helped you to develop. Good luck, congratulations, Muskies of the class of 2019.
Thank you, Hal, and again, thank you for all your wonderful service as the chair of our board. So, as we near the end of this celebration, yes, we are nearing the end here, it's my great pleasure to thank all of you for coming and celebrating with us, and to wish the 2019 graduates the very best in their next leg of the journey. Would the class of 2019 please rise? I charge you, the members of the Muskingum University class of 2019, to fulfill your calling. May you embrace the challenge, turn your dreams into action, and may you make each part of the world that you touch a better place. Congratulations and many blessings, class of 2019. I'm now going to ask everyone in the audience who is able to please rise and join with us in singing Muskingum's alma mater, All Hail Muskingum, which is printed in your program.
Class of 2019, our benediction comes from the Nobel laureate Bob Dylan. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift. May your heart always be joyful, and may your song always be sung. And may you stay forever young. Amen.
Thank you.